So if you're looking to become a first-time home buyer in 2026, here are 5 steps that you need to take to make sure this process is easy and smooth for you. And first and foremost, my name is Rodriguez McClure. I'm a realtor with Keller Williams Select, and I'm going on 1 year being a licensed real estate broker in North Carolina, covering the full Charlotte metro area. So in my first year as a licensed real estate broker, I've noticed there's a ton of misinformation out there about the home buying process and what it takes to become a first-time homeowner. So I'm making this video catered to those who are interested in buying their first home in 2026, or anyone who's interested in learning about the entire home ownership journey. And before we start today, I would love your support of my channel. If you can like, comment, and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated as I try to grow this channel in 2026. So the first step is knowing your numbers, knowing exactly what you want before you go out there and start looking for homes. So say your monthly income is around $6,000 a month, and you want to stick between using only 33% of your income, a third of your income, towards your housing expenses. It's best to start looking at houses that would possibly get you around like a $2,000 a month in your principal interest for your mortgage. So you don't want to go over using a third of your income towards housing, because if you use too much of your income, you can become house poor, and I'll make another video on that at a later point, but just allocating a certain amount of your money for your living expenses so you don't go over that. Next, the second step is strengthening your credit profile. So say if you have credit cards that are over 30% utilization, say if you have some collections on your report, it's best to strengthen your credit profile as much as you possibly can. Because now in 2026, there are first-time home buyer grants, but they start looking at people if you have a 640, 650 credit score to get those grants. And also there's an FHA loan that you can use, but that's as low as a 580 credit score. That gets you 3.5% down. So if you're not at either of those points for FHA or even for some home buyer or down payment assistance grants, it's best to strengthen your credit profile to make sure you're at least at a 650 credit score to get some of those grants and down payment assistance. And the third step is building a smart savings plan. So saving for those little things and having some reserves when you're going to buy your first house. So a lot of people, when they buy their first house, they don't know about the extra money outside of the down payment that you'll need. So you'll have to pay for the due diligence, you'll have to pay earnest money, you'll have to pay for your inspection when you're buying your first house, and along with the closing costs that come with the down payment. So just having a smart saving plan, knowing how much you want to save. So say in 1 year from now, if you want to have just over $5,000 in reserves, it's best to put up $100 a week, which is a small, simple goal, and it's trackable. And you'll know that, say, hey, in a year from now, I'll have $5,000 that I can have as reserves for just in case. And the fourth step is getting pre-approved as early as possible. So when you get pre-approved, that pretty much helps your chances of getting your offer accepted when you put in an offer for a home. And it also gives you that range to know where you want to shop at. Because say if you're shopping and you don't know kind of where your range is, where you can qualify at, say you're shopping for houses that are like 500, 550,000, but you only got pre-approved for 350. Now you're shopping way above your price range and you can't really afford that house from what the lender is saying. So it's best to get pre-approved, one, to know what you can afford and where to shop, and two, to also strengthen your offer when you're putting in an offer on your home. Because if you don't have a pre-approval or a proof of funds when you're putting in your offer, the seller or the selling side agent may not take your offer as serious. And lastly, the fifth step is just have a great partnership network. So having a great partnership network is having a trusted realtor like myself that'll get you in touch with the best lender, the best closing attorney, and the best inspectors for when you're going through your entire home ownership journey, becoming a first-time home buyer. So having those people will make your process easy and smooth for you. So buying a home in 2026 starts long before you start touring homes or looking on Zillow for homes. So if you're looking to get a personalized plan and to get in your first home in 2026, I'll have my link in the comments for scheduling your buyer's consultation, and we can get started on getting you in the house by the end of this year. So I want to say thank you for staying to the end and watching this full video. And tune in next week as I have more real estate content.